So, this is my second video of the day. I really had to share something that I just came across. So there was somebody that I just came across that very, very sad. They have Alzheimer's or something like that, some kind of memory loss and stuff. Over his house, he had notes set up everywhere to kind of remind him, let him know what to do every day to take care of his place, and he lives out in the middle of nowhere, this gentleman. And unfortunately, a problem happened. I couldn't do the work that I was sent here to do because of an issue, but he started talking to me, and I opened up and I just gave him the respect of being a human being. I don't know him. This is the first time I've met him. And he started to talk and open up to me about an old story around the time of Vietnam. He served in the Vietnam War. And this story that he told me, it was interesting too. The entire time he told me, I was like, I don't know why I'm telling you this. He said that to me. I don't know why I'm telling you this story, but I'm telling it to you. So the story that he tells me, he is surfing, I believe he said in Honolulu, Hawaii. He's surfing there when he was about 19, 20 years old. And he goes out on this day. The waves are crazy. It's just, it's an insane ride, but he wants to catch one more wave, before the day is over. So he goes out, he lays in his board, and he paddles himself out. And he hits one wave, and it takes him out farther. And there was some huge storm, I guess, that he sees, or something of some nature that he knew it was just going to drag him in. And he thought, oh my God, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. That was his thought. And so in the middle of that, he's about to be pushed into this humongous wave. And he cries out. He calls out. He didn't say if he really called out to God or anybody in particular, but he cried out for help. Something hurt him. So he gets stuck in the middle of that wave. It throws him up in the air. It slams him on his back into the water, and he goes spinning. He goes spinning in the water. And he's in a way accepting the fact that this is his last breath. All of a sudden, he opens his eyes underwater. It's pitch black. He can't see shit. He hears a voice tell him, don't struggle, don't fight it, relax. Do not struggle, do not fight the water, do not fight the waves, relax and go to the light. And so he looks around, he's still underwater, or he's coming in and out of the water to some degree. He sees a light, so he swims to it. It was the sun. He swims up, and he's able to get above the waves and above the water. When he gets above the water, he sees a man a ways away from him on a little boat or something of some nature that waves at him to come over here, I got you. So this man is able to swim over to him, get picked up by this fisherman or whoever he was, and taken back to safety. That's the story that this guy just told me. He has memory loss issues. He has all these different things that are wrong with his mind. But a story for this to come back to his head at this particular time was very important to him. And it was very important that I heard it. And I told him, I shook his hand and I said, sir, thank you very much for telling that to me. You don't know why you're supposed to tell it to me, but I know there was a reason for it. I was able to give him a little bit of food. He has money issues right now, money tied up. I was able to give him a little bit of food to bless him. I think the point that I want to bring out of this is that people are people. We're all human. I know a lot of people in the job that I work that would have brushed him off and just not stuck around, not paid attention to his words, not given a shit about anything he had to say, and they just would have got back and in the van and got, oh, crazy old fucking man. Which, in my opinion, is very naive. So, everyone's human. Give somebody the time of day like you want somebody else to give you the time of day. Give them the time of day. Listen to them. And, if it was just a story just to give them some peace, and it means nothing else, so be it. So be it. But everyone deserves to be listened to. So, I'm very blessed to have been able to experience that, blessed to be able to give. Thank you very much for listening to this. I hope you learned something out of it. I hope it teaches you something the same way that it did me.